Okie dokie, folks. Welcome back once more to episode 4 of Hadean Lands. Once again, it's a Mike-less episode, unfortunately. Good luck in your lecture, Mike. Hope you catch up with it later. I think he messaged to say that he had caught up with the stream so far, so he's still with us, making suggestions during the week. And where we left it was that we're in the Pyrex lab, and there's a kiln, which is very hot, and there's a key in there, and some kind of plate. In fact, let's just have a little look to see where we are. Yes, a porcelain pattern, or paten, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And if we look at the paten, it's a palm-sized porcelain disc painted with feathers and the Chinese sign for breath. So it's potentially like an air or breath symbol that we could put on a Gestalt shelf, maybe. It's obviously a representation of air.
We've got some feathers as well, haven't we?
Sorry?
We've got some feathers as well.
Yeah. Maybe both of those represent air. And then if you look at the key, it's a thick key of some cheap alloy. You recognise the shape. It's one of the keys used to unlock fire doors in the Marcher after an all-sections drill. Why anybody would have tossed it into the kiln, you have no way to guess. So we didn't discover this last time, but that's the key to the fire door. I went round where we've been so far, looking at things through our Oculus to see if there's anything that we can look at through our Oculus. And I couldn't find anything. I did, though, realise that we've come across three doors that are covered by fracture that show us into different lands. If I bring the map up here, so the first one we encounter is looking through the door in the secondary alchemy lab. We see the Hadean lands, which the game is named after. But also, if we look eastwards from the chymic lab, we see like a water land. It's all ocean. I can't remember what they call it. And then also, from the optics lab, if we look east through this door, which I guess covers a storeroom of some kind, we look out into another land that's a snowy land. That was the... Anybody remember what it was called? I put it in the notes document if anyone's got it open. It was Endian or something. Endian land. So that's a snowy land.
Arabian.
Arabian, that's right.
With an E, not an
Yeah.
A.
Or Arabian, maybe. Yeah. I also thought it might be an idea to look through the lenses we've got. We've got a concave lens and a convex lens. And if we look through concave lens, the world looks smaller. And if we look through the convex lens, the world looks larger. So I did try looking at the two people that are stuck behind the fractures, and I can show you what happens there. If we go back into the main store, we can say look through convex lens, or look, I think it's look at code through convex lens. I think that's right, isn't it? Look at code. Oh. Oh, sorry. How do you spell his name? T-S-C-T-E-S-C. So you see something, a sequence of symbols scrawled on his hand. Maybe we need to look at the symbols then. So let's try look at symbols through convex lens. You peer through the convex lens, it doesn't help much. Chesk's hand looks larger, but the angle isn't any better. and we can go to crawl space. Oh no, it's go to crawl space. It takes us straight to the MechLab crawl space, and we can go east from here, and we'll see Andres. He's carrying a reagent jar. You can't make out its label, however, and we can look at label through convex lens. You peer through the convex lens, the reagent jar looks larger. So we still can't make out what the label says. Unfortunately, the way she's holding it, you can't see the label or the contents. So we're stymied there. I thought it might be useful to see if we could enlarge things, but it's not a question of the size of the writing. It's an issue with how they're being held. But we can go back to the Pyrrhic lab. We can also, I discovered, type in reset, and it immediately says you make your way back to the void, you drift outside the world again, you awaken again, you hurry through the saturation ritual, unrust the hatch and open it. You're in the secondary alchemy lab and everything has returned to its positions. If we do an inventory, we literally just are carrying a steel bolt. We can here say go to Pyrrhic lab, and it says you make your way to the herbarium nook, you take the pine cone from the herb shelf, you make your way to the secondary alchemy lab, you take the input of ginger oil from the side table, you conjure a redoubled saturation symbol onto the steel bolt. It literally does all of the things that we have done already to get us to the Pyrrhic lab. I think if we need something, so we're still just carrying a steel bolt, can we say find feather? You can say find feather, and it says the white feather is in the optics annex. As you recall, you head that way, you make your way to the optics annex. So you can literally go and collect all the things that you want. We don't necessarily have to carry them around with us the whole time.
There doesn't seem to be any problem with us carrying everything around with us the whole time.
There doesn't either, no. But I think it's just to sort of, you know, like make it okay to reset the game. Like if we have to reset the game, it's not the end of the world, right? Otherwise, it would just be an absolute ball ache, and we might bang our heads against a problem for longer than necessary because we don't want to reset the game. That's really what it's about. So, I mean, you can kind of appreciate the amount of logic required to figure out, you know, from any location how to get where, what's required, and everything. So that's quite a lot of work has gone into making it this user friendly for us. However, I'm going to restore because I want all the stuff on us. So it's just easier to see what we've got then. So we'll go straight back to the Pyrrhic lab. And the thing to do next is to cast the spell that gives us protection from fire, isn't it? So let me just open the alchemy journal. I'm going to move it over here a little bit. So fire resistant synthesis. Is there a bound in here? I don't think that. Oh. There is if we go east. Oh, that's right. There's like a brick one, isn't there? If we go east from here. Tangle of storage racks. You noticed on the rack, you notice a jar of camphros lumps, a stack of fire brick in back. Serves as a crude ritual bond, complete with a gestalt shelf. Okay, so the potion to resist all injury by heat or fire. Place a measure of saline into a bound. And also, really friendly, it says you locate a beaker in the clutter, pour a measure of saline into it, and place it within the brick bound. So we don't have to use our flask, our supply of saline. And we have a you know, when we make a potion, we actually have a thing to keep it in. So that's the first thing. Place a measure of saline. Employ the simple sealing with no aroma present. So close inputs. Oh, okay. Let's just... I think they're already closed, aren't they? All of our inputs. Let's see, what have we actually got? Citronelle, peppermint, and ginger. Yeah. They're already closed. Speak simple sealing. You take a breath, trace the bound of your mind, and told the simple sealing word. The art begins to glow around the beaker. Release a fiery aroma. So that's ginger.
Ginger. Yeah.
Yeah.
You pop open the input and the ginger aroma rolls out, stinging your nose. Then invoke counterbalance. You speak the syllable of counterbalance, the contents of the beaker ripple, and a wisp of golden steam rises in it. Change the atmosphere to chill, so close ginger and open peppermint. And then invoke an elementary word of binding. You intone the elementary word of binding. The liquid in the beaker steams, golden green vapor swirling wildly above the surface. The bound emits a bright pulse of light and then goes dark. You pick up the beaker, peer at the liquid, look stable if rather cloudy, and transfer it carefully to a potion bottle. You set aside the empty beaker. And let's just close the peppermint again. And if we do an inventory, it actually says you are carrying a potion of fire resistance. So, I guess, I'm going to save it. I'm going to drink. Drink the potion of fire resistance. You swallow the cloudy potion. The liquid leaves your mouth feeling slightly numb. Within moments, you feel a prickle on your skin. Your hands go cold and stiff like a long walk on a chilly autumn day. Get key and Peyton. Oh. Go back into the lab. Thick key taken. Porcelain Peyton. You pick up the porcelain Peyton.
Woohoo!
All right.
And
So
another 10 points.
10 points, exactly. Yeah, 10 points. I've no idea how long we're now fire resistant for. Yeah, the kiln is empty. We've already looked at these. I guess we just go and unlock the fire door.
It's on the lab hall corridor.
Yeah. Oh, your fingers begin to buzz with returning circulation. There we go. So, what's that? 3 turns? Just before we try opening the door, Rosie, you said you had a list of unsolved puzzles so far. Do you want to just give us what they are?
Well, yeah. The first one is the fire door.
Yep.
The second one is in the main store. There's a steel safe. It's locked with a combination lock, but the lock is zodiac symbols. And also Cheska's got zodiac symbols on his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And in the main store nook, there's a trapdoor that's too small for a person and too heavy to lift.
Could we look through one of the lenses and make it bigger?
So we make it look bigger, but I don't know if we'd actually...
And then we can...
We found like suggestion of some potions that might make us smaller.
We did.
And a potion that would make us stronger.
Yeah, there was something else. There's another door somewhere with a key we don't have.
Yeah, the tertiary alchemy lab. We haven't been in there.
Ah, that's it.
That's locked as well.
That lab is locked. Oh yeah, and there's no fracture there. And I guess the other puzzle is the Lieutenant Andorra's one that we can't see what the label says. But we don't really know if that's a puzzle or not, do we? Okay. Unlock fire door with key. Ah. Did you just say key? No, okay. All right, fine. You unlock the heavy fire door. Your fingers are tingling. Oh, so maybe it just gives us a warning and then we have another couple of turns before it wears off completely. Okay, so open fire door. You open the heavy fire door. Your fingers are no longer tingling. The potion must have worn off. Okay, so that's literally final warning. You've got one turn before the potion's worn off. Okay, so let's go west. East side hallway. This broad hall runs from the nave to the west, through a fire door to the east, and on towards the laboratory wing. A smaller hallway leads south towards the medical wing. To the north, an enormous circular doorway leads to the retort's main airlock. The inner airlock door is open. Ever think that door might have been closed for a reason, kid? Are you sure you know what you're doing? Working on it. Bit strange. Okay. Right, so we've broken out of the training area, I guess. So yeah, we're here. So this inner airlock door is open. And presumably that means the outer airlock door is closed. So
Usually means the outer airlock door cannot be opened.
yes. True. So we could go into the airlock and see if we can look out. Or if there's anything else in there.
Yeah, we've seen Event Horizon.
Do you want to just explain that to those of us who have not seen Event Horizon?
It was so bad. So bad.
It's a really horrible scene with an airlock.
Yeah. It's a classic science fiction horror, like one of the first proper gruesome horror films.
I may have
in
to Google
space.
that now.
Not when you go with a bunch of friends and you don't know it's a horror film and you think it's a sci-fi film and then all hell breaks loose and it and I've never forgotten it. 30 years.
The trauma.
Yeah.
Have you watched it since?
No. No.
Never again.
It's like, here's a list of my fears. Let's put them into film form, and then you go to the cinema and watch it for 2 hours.
As entertainment.
Oh, I was not entertained.
Brilliant. Okay, airlock. The airlock is a stumpy cylindrical chamber, 10 feet long and 10 feet across. It is used whenever the retort is rigged into a non-Gaian land. Wait, what? Hang on. It is used whenever the retort is rigged into a non-Gaian land. The chamber walls are bare steel. At each end is a circular slab of a door. The inner door to the south is open. The outer door to the north is closed. The pressurization lever on the wall is pushed down. Okay. So, used whenever the retort is rigged into a non-Gaian land. So Gaia must be our home world. Gaia is another name for Earth, isn't it? It's like the Gaia theory is that the whole world is actually alive and evolving, self-regulating organism, and that the humans are disturbing the balance of Gaia. It's also used as kind of the name for Mother Nature, for our mothership through space, our planet as our mothership. So presumably those other lands, the Hadean land and the others that we've seen, are the non-Gaian lands. But it's weird that we see different ones through different doors. It would seem like that's an abnormal situation. Normally the whole of the Marcher would be in one land or another land, not several lands simultaneously, you'd think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And we don't know which land is the other side of the airlock door in that case, do we? Because it could be Gaia. We could still be connected to Gaia through the airlock door. Obviously, there's one very definitive way to find this out, which may cause flashbacks.
What could go wrong?
But yeah, there is a pressurization lever on the wall here. So
it doesn't seem remotely sensible to do it without any sort of suit or anything.
no, it doesn't.
You can do it for the sake of proving the theory, I guess, kind of.
Ah. So examine outer door. The outer door is a circular slab thick with leather and rubber seals. A peephole in the centre permits you to look outside. The door is closed. Peephole, all one word. Examine peephole. Through the peephole you can see a grey stony wasteland. The sky above is pitch night with stars and an icy bright sun. Oh, it doesn't sound too bad. Sounds a bit like the Hadean land, doesn't it? Okay. Should we leave that for now and go for a wander about?
How can it be night with the sun?
Oh, that's true. Pitch night with stars and an icy bright sun. Oh, sorry. I've just done examine sun, and it's assumed that I meant the brass coin. I'm not sure if you remembered what the brass coin has got on it. It says it's a cheap brass coin, old but not antique. It looks like someone picked it up in a junk shop, which is probably exactly what happened. One face is stamped with a rayed sun, which makes it a handy symbolic token. Okay, so we have a token for sun. In fact, we have a couple of tokens for sun now.
If the by the way, if the sky is pitch night and there is a sun, that means there's no atmosphere.
That's a very good point. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's basically giving us a big hint that you don't want to go out there. So if you look at the wasteland, it says through the peephole, you see a wasteland of grey stone and grey dust, a Hadean land. The sky is black ink and ice clear stars with a tiny bright sun, for there is no air to blur it and no movement and no life. Yeah, so you're dead right. It's giving us a hint. A very scientific hint.
Back
Okay.
away.
Step away. I'll feel better when the inner door is also shut. I mean, there could be someone else wandering about in here for all we know. The inner door is massive but well balanced. It swings shut with a muffled whoomp. Okay. South to the medical bay.
Yeah.
Medical wing hallway. Let's just have a look at the map so we can see what's down here. Okay, so looks like a couple of rooms with a bound and something broken to the west there, and another fracture looking south. I could be looking out over another land, and then there's some kind of thing in the middle of this medical bay. Find out. Medical wing hallway. The short corridor leads to the medical wing, whose entrance is south. Another alloy cabinet is fastened to the wall. It's supposed to be for dropping off samples, but something has again gone wrong. Some horrible gunk is leaking out at the seams. The whole cabinet is crusted with it. As you approach the open door to the south, a disquieting sense of menace steals over you. Okay. Look at this cabinet, not cupboard. The cabinet is filthy. Unnameable substances have leaked out at the seams and dribbled over the hinges. Open cabinet. The cabinet won't open. Its hinges are crusted with something awful. Okay. I wanted to take a sample of whatever this stuff is, but it's trying to treat sample as an object that it's not here. Gunk. Let's look at the gunk. Yeah, cabinet is filthy. Unnameable substances have leaked out the seams and dribbled over the hinges. Okay.
Don't we already know a really strong cleaning spell or whatever you call it?
We do. We have a universal tarnish cleansing inscription. So we could try doing that again, right? We could try... How do you do this? Cast universal tarnish cleansing. No, not the cast. Oh, hang on, wait. Cleansing for one thing. Let's try it like that. So not cast. Invoke. And don't know such a formula. Do. Do. Which do you mean? The universal tarnish cleansing inscription with the brass pin, or the universal tarnish cleansing inscription with the steel bolt? Let's do steel bolt. You make your way to the materials store. You lay the length of platinum wire in the bound groove. You conjure a universal saturation symbol onto the steel bolt. You're now at the materials store. Let's get everything back. Go to... Oh, was it medical hallway? Oh, no.
Medical wing.
Or just go to the East Side Hall. No, we didn't make it to the medical wing.
No, we didn't. I don't want to go straight in there yet.
If you go to the East Side Hall and then just go
East Side Hall. Nope. Oh, East Side, was that one word?
Not according
No.
to the map.
No.
Oh,
Airlock.
oh, airlock. Oh,
Oh, no, well, you closed the door then.
yeah. Well, it won't let us get... Well, that would be an interesting thing to try. Oh, that's weird. Is it airlock one word? Yes. Okay. The inner door is open because we had to open it to get in here. Oh. I've just gone to East Side Hallway again, and it says you catch a spark of light reflected in the oculus from somewhere. This is a location we've already been to, so... So it's look at spark through oculus. The oculus reveals a fuchsia spark floating in the air. You focus on the fuchsia spark through the oculus. It's just a point of light, but once again a memory comes clear in your mind, a lesson you've never attended. Music is the most complex of ritual elements. One might well call it obfuscated. We begin with the nursery school lessons. The pitch A is associated with iron, the colour red, the liver. B with bronze, orange, the stomach. C with brass. Yes, you can all chant along, but this is simplified to uselessness. What of non-classical metals? We now associate C sharp with rutilium, F sharp with aluminium, G sharp with nickel. Researchers have invented entirely new scales to deal with the spectrum of aether metals. Then the Eastern Empire uses the well-tempered scale. Thus, while F sharp is the mode of extension, G flat is the mode of ostension. G natural is intention, G sharp is paratension, and H, yes, there's an H, is the mode of recension. You consider these memories.
There are too many words I don't understand in this.
Okay.
Everyone got that, yeah?
Yeah. Clear as day. Okay. Well, it did say that was the most complex of ritual elements, so this may be as bad as it gets. But we now have those facts, musical theory facts. So I guess for now, all we really need to know is that different notes are associated with different colours and materials and organs.
And whatever those modes are.
And what these modes are. But do you remember we did one thing with a note, and it said it was in the Celtic mode.
Yeah.
There's a Celtic mode, but also the Eastern Empire mode. And was there another mode that they mentioned? No.
I mean, here it's talking about extension and ostension. And...
Yeah, extension, ostension, intention, paratension, and recension. I think those are all made up things. But I don't know, maybe you have to make up words if you're dealing with dimensions. Extension means extending something in, 3 dimensions, but what if you have to extend something into a 4th dimension? You'd have to invent a new word. I don't know what these mean. We don't know what these mean. But in a airlock. Okay, we can go south from here. And then touch cabinet with steel bolt. You carefully lay the universal saturation symbol against the cabinet. The symbol discharges, but the cabinet doesn't get any cleaner. The metal is covered with gunk, not corroded. We did have a ritual for fungicide. We could do that. Make fungicide. You make your way to the herbarium nook, you take a pinch of mustard seed, you make your way to the chymic lab, you brew a bottle of fungicide. Go to medical wing hallway. Oh, why? That is what it was called, I'm sure. Medical wing hallway.
The other one was East Side Hallway.
Was it?
Yeah, medical
East Side Hallway, yeah. How annoying. Back in the airlock. Okay. So we now have this fungicide, bottle of fungicide. Pour, fungicide on gunk. You carefully drip the fungicide over the cabinet. It fumes away in a vile purple cloud, but the gunk is not affected. It may be organic, but it's not fungus. Okay. At least that's shown that we can make these things quite quickly.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a nice mechanic, isn't it?
It is. Let's go south then. Let's go into the medical bay. And to hell with this dread, this feeling of dread that we've got. You take another step towards the door, but the sense of hungry menace intensifies. Another step and your head starts to ache. Chills crawl in your guts and nest there. You've heard of this phenomenon, although you've never encountered it, certainly not on a marcher as well run as the Retort, at least not as well run as the Retort used to be. An aura cloud is an uncontained psychic outbreak, a sucking vortex of vital energies. It's not a ghost or a demon, but a less scientific age would certainly have viewed it as such. Any living aura that falls into resonance with the cloud will be drained black in moments. You have to protect or disguise your psychic signature somehow to pass by. You back away before you suffer any more serious harm. Wow, okay, there's a psychic cloud. Or what do they call it? An aura something. Aura cloud.
Well, there's another puzzle for your list, Rosie.
Yeah. You can see nothing, but the sense of malice around the door is unmistakable. The aura cloud is still present.
So we can't get through it.
No. I mean, unless we can figure out how to put something together we've already discovered. But there's been nothing about... It said we either have to disguise... What did it say?
Disguise
Protect or disguise your psychic signature somehow. Protect or disguise your psychic signature. I don't remember seeing anything to do with a psychic anything.
Need a big metal helmet.
Yes, we do. You're probably right, actually. You're probably right. That's probably it. We need a roll of tinfoil and a colander. Okay, well, I guess we go to the nave then.
Yeah, I guess so.
West. Nave. The nave is the marcher's heart through the rows. Although the rows of benches are empty now, the seats face a pedestal on which is a ritual bound and shelf. The side walls boast symbolic frescoes. The south wall is a high ornamented metal mesh, the writ screen, which separates the nave from the chancel. A mural has been defaced with more of those twisted black marks. The main corridors run east and west from here, and the retort's entry hall is north. Okay. Look at the marks. More twisting black marks crawl up one corner of the mural and across the ceiling. They are as incomprehensible as the first set, although you are left with an itching sense of familiarity in the back of your mind.
Oh, because we wrote it. Actually.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, if you say remember marks, there's the alien markings are right here, so we don't have to recall them. But it did sound like there was like something that we've forgotten that we need to remember.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what. Okay, let's look at the mural. The murals depict alchemical man passing through the 8 stages of calcination, dissolution, sublimation, and so on. It's wonderfully detailed, and you can stare at it for hours, which is, of course, the point, even though these medieval theories have long since been subsumed into modern alchemical science. The mural has been defaced with more of the twisted black marks. It's the scene of conjunction in the southwest corner, always a favourite. Yeah. If you do examine conjunction, it just gives us the same as the examine mural. Okay, let's look at this screen. The writ screen. The writ screen is a mesh barrier which forms the south wall of the nave. You recall the ceremonies of the retort's first launch, alchemical energies crackling over the screen as the high rectors enacted potent rituals on the other side. Okay, so it's some kind of protection, I guess, against magical energy or alchemical energy. Can we go south? The chancel is south of the nave, but there is no passage between them. The writ screen blocks your way. The higher officers enter the chancel from another door on the far side. Okay. Right, so we're here. And there's the chancel, and here's the writ screen. So we'd have to go down here and through here and back through here somehow.
And through that slightly worrying blur of fire. Let's hope that's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like something's on.
Well, at least we can get through that.
Well, yeah. Of all of the things, I mean, we've got water over here by the looks of it, and a paper maze. This is interesting, isn't it? Because it looks like there's a hatch here that goes down, and that connects with at a different level. It goes underneath where this fire is. and then to the bottom here, and then that goes up. That stairway goes up, back up to here. There's like a loop. Okay, well, let's go north then to the portico. There's another door here.
Yeah.
And another cracked opening. Okay. I'm just going to save it. Not that it really makes that much difference, I don't think. Portico. You stand in the foyer of the Marcher. It's wide and comfortably appointed with lounging seats and potted tropical ferns. The retort likes to look best for its visitors. The main doors to the north are closed, however. A broad window in the east wall reveals the reason. The world outside is a Hadean land, grey and lifeless. The nave is south, and a narrow dark doorway opens to the west. Look at the doors. When the retort is home or grounded in a Gaian land, these doors open wide, but the Marcher's interior can't be exposed to the desolation you see through the window. In a land such as this, the crew can only come and go through the airlock, or perhaps the exoscape. Is that like a bathysphere? There was a bunch of names for things that people used to go diving in back in medieval times. Before submarines, there was an exoscape. Sounds like some kind of vessel that you go in.
On the map, there's a Scaife Arcade and Scaife at the end of the West Side Hall.
Oh yes, Scaife Arcade dressing room. Oh, look, and then you go down and into water. Oh, wow, that's more stuff to go and explore. Okay, look at the window. The thick glass is a bit wavy, but you can see a grey stony wasteland outside. The sky above is pitch night with stars and an icy bright sun. Let's have a look west, shall we?
Yeah, I don't think going west looks like a good idea from the map.
No, it doesn't. Void, you find yourself drifting through a familiar void.
Oops.
So that was a reset. So that obviously that means that all of these are resets, aren't they? Got a reset here, a reset there, and a reset here. Yeah. Just so a reset's always close when you need it. I suppose. Okay, let's go back then to here.
Did you look at the ferns in the portico?
Nope. Oops. They're not actually tropical ferns. They're artfully sewn silk imitation ferns. The real ones kept dying for some reason, and the captain got tired of paying for replacements out of the Marcher's purse. Search ferns, you find nothing of interest. There were seats as well, weren't there?
Can we take some ferns?
Maybe. Examine seats. The seats are overstuffed, cosy looking, and never ever to be sat upon by lowly ensigns. You have no need of leaves from the fake plants. What else is there here? Lounging seats, potted tropical ferns. Door. The window. Nope, that's it. And what else is in the nave? The seats, benches. The crew gathers here every time the report rigs out. You recall Captain Hart at the pedestal, the Master Rector behind the writ screen, and the rows of bowed heads as every marchman concentrates on the rituals that will translate the retort to the higher spheres. Okay. So it is a ship for moving between these lands, but something's gone wrong. Okay. We've looked at the writ screen, we've looked at the frescoes. Pedestal. The ceremonial pedestal is carved of serpentine, with an ornate ritual bound on top. The Gestalt shelf is a wrought iron affair on the side. Important rituals are often performed here by the rectors, although of course the retort's most powerful rituals occur in the chancel. The pedestal bound is empty. Carved of serpentine. Serpentine, I happen to know, is a stone that only occurs on the Lizard in Cornwall. It's like a green marbled stone that is really nice when it's polished. If you go there, you can buy eggs of it and all sorts of things in gift shops. But yeah, serpentine. I'm pretty sure if you look it up, it'll say it's a particular mineral or stone composition from the Lizard, which is a little peninsula. That's the word. All right. Any suggestions other than go west from here?
Seems like going west is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. West side hallway. The retort's main hallway continues from the nave to the east towards the exoscape bay to the west. A cross corridor runs north towards the quarters wing and south to the paper garden. Where should we go? We go to the scaife.
Just looking at the map, so the scaife looks like it goes down into some sort of watery scene, and we don't have a way to do that, do we?
Nope.
There's a whole load of rooms to the north.
To the north was the quarters wing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And there's loads of rooms up there.
Okay, well I've gone west to the Scaife Arcade. You are in a pleasant red brick gallery edged by a row of wooden columns. A heavy steel portal in the west wall is the access to the Marcher's exoscape. It is currently closed. A valve wheel is mounted next to the portal. The arcade runs north towards an overlook window. There is a corridor to the east. You also see a crawlway hatch in the floor. It is open but seems to be flooded. You notice a small brass cube lying by a column. Look at the cube. Oh. Apparently our fluorspar crystal is also a cube, but that's not it. That's in our inventory. So let's look at brass cube. It's a tiny brass measuring block meant for a balance scale. The number 27 is engraved on one face, along with a mark certifying precision. Okay, so we have a little weight. The arcade runs north towards an overlook window. There's a corridor to the east, which... Okay, corridor to the... Oh yeah, to the we've just come from. Crawlway hatch in the floor, which is flooded. And to the west is a steel portal. If you look at the hatch, the crawlway hatch is uncovered, but water ripples in the opening. The entire crawl space below must be flooded. Can't go down there yet, so that's another puzzle. The steel portal permits entrance to the exoscape when it's in the bay. The portal is closed and pressure tight. Okay, so it says that we can go north, and there's an observation window. I wonder if that will show us whether the scaife is in bay or not. Oh, what else was here? There was a few other things. Red bricked gallery edged by a row of wooden columns. The columns are white painted wood with Romance egg and dart capitals. Capitals, are they the top of the column? Is that called a capital? They form the edge of the covered walkway which runs north from here. Of course, the whole arcade is indoors, but it's a nice architectural touch. Can't look at the capitals. I think it's just describing what these columns are like. So north to the north arcade. This is the north end of the gallery. A long window in the west wall overlooks the exoscape bay. You can see the scaife itself on the other side, hooked up to the portal you saw back south. To the north is a massive door of pale marble, outrageously carved. The door is closed. Perhaps the door has suffered some damage. A chip of white marble is lying loose on the floor nearby. Okay, so we've got the chip of marble. There are chips, aren't there? We've had a few. Yeah, we have five stone chips. Marble, flint, sandstone, granite, and obsidian. Oops. Look through the window. The thick glass is a bit wavy, but you can see the exoscape bay on the other side. It's a high brick hall, the mirror of this one, but with vast steel doors on the far side. Most of the bay is taken up by the exoscape itself, a lumpy metal tortoise on track tread wheels. The scaife is backed up to its entry portal, which connects to this hall southward. The bay roof appears to have been damaged. There seems to be a bit of paper lying at the far end of the bay. Okay, so how do we picture this? The exoscape is like a big metal turtle, presumably for exploring an ocean. It seems like an underwater thing. It's tracked. But at the moment it is like in dock, which means that if we open the portal, we can go into the exoscape, you'd imagine.
That's right. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But we also somehow need to go into the bay as well to get this piece of paper.
Unless we can somehow pick it up using the exoscape.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's save it and then open portal.
Oh yeah, and you can also go north into the dressing room, can't you? Through the
Yes, I could go north into the... Should we do that first before we start messing around with it?
Yeah. Well, there might be some more appropriate clothing if necessary.
True. Let's open the door. You tug on the marble handle, but the door is locked.
All right. Okay then.
Open portal. You unseal the portal and swing it open. Just have a quick look. Was there a... Oh yeah, valve wheel is mounted next to the portal. I wonder if that valve wheel like floods or empties the bay.
Yeah.
It's worth trying.
Yeah.
We need to do something with it.
Well, normally you close it and spin the wheel, don't you? And that doesn't that seal the door? Or open the thing that...
I've just opened the door. You unseal the portal and swing it open.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what the wheel does?
Well, I was thinking either it seals the door, or it opens the whatever it is that floods or whatever, the chamber. But it seems like it's outdoors, doesn't it? So.
Well, no, it's not outdoors. It's in another brick room similar to the one that we're in. The scaife, you mean?
Yeah. The scaife is outdoors.
It's locked in.
It's not outdoors.
Isn't
it's
it?
also in another
No,
room.
It's inside that red brick room.
Yeah.
It says there.
It did tell us that when we looked through the window. You see the exoscape bay on the other side. It's a high brick hall, the mirror of this one, but with vast steel doors on the far side.
Okay, so it's like a garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a landing bay with steel doors on the far side that open to the outside, the proper outside.
Yeah.
I tried turn the wheel. It says the valve seems to be locked in place. You're not sure what's wrong with it.
Probably because the door is open.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Close portal. You close the heavy steel portal. Turn wheel.
So maybe it will open the garage door.
Yeah, maybe it'll open the garage door. Same thing. If the portal's shut, the valve seems to be locked in place. You're not sure what's wrong with it. However,
Do we have to do a tarnishing spell or something like we did earlier so it will turn?
we can look at it. Let's look at the wheel. The valve wheel is marked emergency bay pressurization and is also marked with a shorthand symbol of pneuma. That's like air. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay. Because if you open the garage door, the bay will depressurize. So this is the thing to repressurize it.
I think so.
Which you can't do from inside?
Okay, so let's look at the portal. The steel portal permits entrance to the exoscape when it's in the bay. The portal is open. Let's go west into the exoscape. The exoscape is a vehicle for exploring hostile lands. From the inside, it's more like being in a spherical steel tank. A windowless tank at that. Presumably there's a better view from the pilot's dome, but the hatch above your head is closed. A circular bench runs around the perimeter, broken only by the dark engine compartment to the west and the exit portal to the east. The portal is open. You see a small emergency lever next to it. A cabinet is fastened to the wall, its latch is tied shut with a knot of white cord. On the bench are a crumpled sheet and a horn coin. Okay. Let's open the cabinet. The cabinet won't open, its latch is tied shut. Okay, untie cord. Length of silk cord, that isn't fastened. Oh, okay. Untie cabinet. You pick at the white cord, but the knot is too tight. Get white cord. I've got another length of cord I forgot about. The cabinet is solidly fastened to the wall, and we can't open it. Okay, so we have a knot, a white cord knot that we need to break somehow. On the bench are a crumpled sheet and a horn coin. Get sheet. This explains the binding of the celestial sphere, which is used in rituals involving astrological constructs. You memorize the information, including the binding of the celestial sphere. You also add the sheet to your bundle of paper. Binding of the celestial sphere is appropriate for astrological constructs and compounds of aether. Okay. Get coin was the other. The horn coin taken. Oh. The horn coin, it's a coin crudely carved of animal horn. The symbol of an archer is cut into one face. That could be a zodiacal symbol.
It's an anchor, not an archer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Not a zodiacal symbol. The symbol of an anchor is cut into one face. Okay. So there's a dark engine compartment to the west. Let's try opening the hatch. The dome hatch cannot be opened against a pressure differential.
Yeah, no. So you need to close the portal door.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Close the portal. Open hatch. I need to change the pressure, don't I?
We need to pressurize. Yeah.
How do we do that?
There's like a whole opening to the void to the west, which seems a bit problematic.
Oh no! So to the west, there's an engine compartment. So let's have a look at that.
Yeah, if you look at the map. There.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't look at the map.
No, it's okay.
Oh. Right. Yeah, that is problematic. Oh, damn it. Okay. Okay, well, it's just gone 8 o'clock. So we managed to get out, and now we're wandering about inside this thing, trying to figure all of this stuff out. So I guess, we just keep on doing that, keep exploring until we find something, a little thread that we can pull at, something that we can you actually know how to solve. I think we're finding stuff that is beyond us at the moment. We don't understand it. It doesn't connect to anything that we know or need.
Yeah, it's quite nice that we are collecting things and seeing things, and that we don't know what they are at the moment, and then something will unlock them, won't it?
It will. There's obviously still lots for us to get to. Like it's not constricting us or confining us into a small area. It's now like let us out through the fire door. It's now, go and find a bunch of stuff. I do wonder whether at some stage we're going to be exploring these other worlds as well, and that actually this whole game does not just take place on the retort itself. But I have to wait and find out. I think we might. I mean, I'm really enjoying exploring it. It's like nothing I've ever played. I've never played any, like this whole scenario is completely unusual to me. So, we'll carry on exploring it next time.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed us fumbling about inside this weird game. And we'll see you next Monday, hopefully. Bye, everybody.